My name is Alexandra. I'm an artist, and I do. This is hard. I should have seen the questions beforehand and then prepped. No? Can I start again? Let me just start from the whole top.
From
Okay.
the very beginning?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Let's just scrap all that. I'm
Okay.
just gonna do it. My name is Alexandra, and I'm an artist. I live in Toronto. I make art, but I also do a myriad of other things to support myself. I started a little business called Pouch Pouch, and I paint on canvases, and then I cut the canvas up and I sew them into pouches. I've also been interested in making my own inks and paints, so I've been doing that a little bit. And I usually have some sketchbook work that I'm doing. I have always had an urge to make things and be creative, I guess. And I really enjoy the challenge of making things and honing my skills. So I was interested in art from a really young age. I think probably, I guess since I was a child, I've been drawing. And then I guess when I was like a teenager, I just kept doing it. And I took art classes all throughout high school and I really loved it. So it just was something that I've always been interested in. I think in grade 4, my teacher submitted a painting that I did to like a local gallery, and it didn't win a prize, but it got like some sort of recognition, and I was like, that's it, I've done it. Like I'm in. But I think having that little bit of validation was like this pivotal moment for me to be like, oh, I can do this thing, like, and I really enjoy doing it, and it's really fun. I have so many hobbies and interests that I think it's maybe not a good thing. I refer to myself as a jack of all trades, master of none, because I have like poor focus and I can't stay with one thing for too long. But so I do drawing and painting, but I've also taken up knitting, and I've done that a lot. And I've taken up sewing, which I'm really into. Sometimes I do sculptural projects, and I like to read like graphic novels or like weird art things and collect them. And like I said, I started getting interested in making my own paints. So I haven't done watercolors yet, but I'm slowly collecting all the materials that I need and going into that sort of direction of like creating the paints and then making the work after with like, so it's all something that I've done for my hands. Does that make sense? Maybe. And skateboarding is a recent hobby of mine. And growing my hair long, just kidding. But I am trying to grow it long, just kidding, take that out. I just really like collecting things and hoarding materials. It's almost like a need that I have to do. Well, I know that sounds really cliched, but it's true. Like if I don't make something, I don't feel very good about myself in a day. Or if I'm feeling really bad about myself, I can like make something to help me figure it out. Like it's just sort of such a part of me now at this point that like it takes different forms, like what I do, but it's just always around me. Like I've built my life around being able to make things and create things. So I mean, anything can inspire you. Like if you have a good day that inspires you, if you have a bad day that inspires you, if you just like see something that you think is really cool, you get really stoked and you're like, I want to go home and make something that makes me feel like that. And so it's just kind of all around you. In school, we were instructed to sort of try to figure out a theme in our work and make it like cohesive. So there has been at times, but I've gone through different themes. Like some of them, I guess, I would do like really self-deprecating drawings, and then I would do some like really dark and moody things. And obviously the death comes up a lot in like some of my drawing and painting work. But then in like my knitting or my sewing, those themes aren't apparent at all. Like there's not always a crossover. But I would say, yeah, there used to be a little bit of the death, the making fun of myself, or not taking things too seriously. Art is so important. Like if you imagine a world without art, like what would you be seeing? It would be a sad world, sadder than it already is. And again, like everything I say sounds so cliched, but art is kind of everything. Like we see it and interact with it in so many different ways, like on so many different levels every day, I think. So we're like, there's just all sorts of art, I guess. It's unifying, that's for sure. It definitely helps. It helps people understand people, which is important. Because I don't think we do that enough, or we don't try to do that enough in our day-to-day. If I can think of something better to say, I will, but I think that's it.